Ooh. And now for the third broadcast. Alright, theoretically, we're good. Hey, Crafty Craft, how's it going? And now we can disable all this, hopefully. Okay. Long day. Long day. Yeehaw! I'm stupidly tired. I say stupidly because I really shouldn't be very tired. It's ridiculous. I haven't done much except sit around and wait for prints to complete. And it's just been vaguely aggravating. Been binge watching a lot of The Last Kingdom on Netflix. I suppose that could be the reason for why the tired, but still. Come on! Just like a low energy, which I just like. I like being a little bit more peppy. Feeling unreasonably tired and not knowing why. Got plenty of sleep. Grr. Oh well. Hey Karen, how's it going? And hello Danielle. Well, the thing is, for me, it's an adaptation of a book series I really like, so it's okay. For me, I'm watching it like I don't really feel like rereading all the books right now, so I watch this show. Ah, I see what they did there. Ah, I see how they simplified that. Okay, cool. I know what's going to happen next. Ah, hey, there it is. More like that. I'm not sitting there going, wow, this is the best show ever. Just going, yeah, I read this book. Yeah. I like these characters. Yeah. It's one of those. Let's grab a garbage bucket. It's not garbage, though. It is getting rusty. I can live with it. Ooh. Not picking crap off of that for the next hour. this is the bad part, which might be salvageable. Maybe. And then tomorrow I've got a Zoom class at around 10. So yeah, that really screws up every single time I print it. It's one of those spots that's got to be fixed. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're doing a good job. They obviously don't have the time that the book's got to dedicate to it all, so they're doing a good job with what they can. I've noticed several of the characters I like have been combined to form other characters. Things are just that way, which is fun. That is the way of television. Yep. At least for mine, they're not really going in opposite directions. They're not trying to nuance it. They're just trying to sell the same story with TV resources, which is kind of nice. We're not farking it up. We're just doing the best we can with what we got. Well, I'm going to stick off the start by hopefully assembling another one of these fingers that has been sized for my index and middle finger. This was actually intended to be a print size for my pinky finger. What's up, Ross? Once this is assembled and I've got the hang of it, then we'll move on to this guy some more. You didn't see that tap tap. We're going to move on to this guy some more, and then we'll bring the Sentinel down. We'll coat the back of his head with more dry lock and see if we can't maybe start to paint the front of his face a bit. I've got the I got to put another layer of urethane on the crown, and then probably ought to clean up the skull a little bit, and maybe work on the pumpkin spider a little bit. So that's the schedule for today. Yeah, no kidding. More than meets the pool. Drylock never made it big on the show. Tragedy, because the voice acting is always so good. I'm actually a big Generation 1 Transformers. Actually, I shouldn't say I'm a big fan. I just like it. Because it was my childhood. And I like the nuances of the conflict between Optimus Prime and Megatron. Those things please me. But I'm on a few Facebook groups with Transformers themes, and those guys are They are fans. Big fans. Mostly just a huge bunch of collectors. And I like seeing their collections because there is no way I would have my own collection. I think I've got a sound wave around somewhere. I've got a re-released Megatron around somewhere. Hey, Choo Choo, how's it going? Long time no see. Alright, this was a screwed up section which is currently reprinting downstairs. This is the thumb and pinky size piece. Alright. I got a bunch of sanding sponges today, which I'm very glad about. Couldn't find my other ones. Ah, fantastic, Choo Choo. Fantastic. Yeah, I'm broadcasting a lot more regularly now than I did in the past. It's keeping me sane for the quarantine. Hey, Koga, how's it going? Alright, there's all those pieces. Here's all these pieces. Let's assemble ourselves a finger. That's a little bit trashed. Not necessarily. Kind of figure once I have this down completely, then I can start modifying my model's shape to make fingers that look a little bit more, branchy and wood-like. Sadly, I don't want to add witchwood to them by virtue of the fact that there's a gear in the back that can't be obstructed. And it's kind of got to get covered with a glove/burlap. Yeah, that's okay. Good. Okay. Gonna need some sandpaper. Got a bunch here. Excellent. I knew this guy would have to come down a bit. Hey, Lucia. It must be really late for you. Almost midnight over in Italy. I hear you, Choo Choo. may have scaled that significantly too large. That's good, Choo-Choo. Lord knows the virus is what's had me streaming a lot more frequently. Oh, how bad is this? All right, that's all right. It's just there. Oh, come on. Oh, it's got a slime. Yep, that was very seasonal. Whew. We'll scale down this part in the next modeling by about a millimeter or so. Shouldn't need this much sanding. Yeah, I'm working like crazy for the season myself, Choo-Choo. Trying to get some new projects made. And pretty soon, we're going to get some new tutorials out. Looks like Cobwebs and Ross have found each other. There we go. Please fit. All right, it's better. It's significantly better. It's still not a smooth fit, though. Sanding sponges, sanding sponges, sanding sponges. Kind of wish they wrote the grit on it. Sanding sponges. These are much heavier. Wow. That's Oh, I love sanding sponges. Yeah, Ross has been here forever. Yes. Sanding sponges really make my day. Alright, that is... Whoop, yeah. That's just about there. Needs to flow smooth. Almost smooth. Of course, the great thing about sanding sponges is that you can do wet or dry sanding on them, and it does not matter. Oh, believe me, if I had my power sander up here. Best believe this thing would be getting zip zap zoomed. All right, that's pretty loose. Just gonna hit it a little bit more for good measure because there's a stick stuck right there, just towards the back. A tiny little bit more. Eventually, I think I'm going to print a lock for my Dremel so I can have it up here on the stand. Well, the problem is the belt sander is very often used at school for projects, though, yeah, I must confess I really haven't used it a lot this year. Ever since the school said I couldn't make crossbows anymore because they're dangerous. No bows, no crossbows. I was kind of hoping to get around that by making some sort of glider launcher. But sadly, I am a bit lazy, and that involves making plans, getting supply lists, and doing all the competent teacher things. And lazy. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Okay. All right. So. Good. It's a free moving part. I suppose I'll leave this head still in there. Where's my chunker? Yeah. No kidding, Juju. Let's chunk it just a little bit further in. Let's not drop the nail. Chunk. That's a good cut. All right. So you go on. Theoretically, you should go on this side. Yes. Good. Oh. Yeah. Don't get me started, Choo Choo. Don't get me started. The main problem we had was that a student of mine, while, damn it, arguably less supervised than he should have been, took it upon himself to take his bow and aim upwards towards the upper floor classrooms with an arrow knocked. And before I was able to beat him senseless for being a jackass, everybody else was seeing it, and then word gets back to the administrators, and this is so dangerous. Danger, danger, danger. And yeah, that happens. I see another potential problem here with the scaling. That needs to go all the way forward, but it's being blocked by some of the rim here. Yeah. So that student kind of screwed it over for everybody else for the rest of forever. Until I can find a way around it. Yes, these are finger extensions. These are Gary Fay inspired finger extensions for a big spooky Halloween claw hand. Yep. I like Gary a lot. I'm a huge fan of his work. But if I'm going to pay $200 for a set of fingers, then I'm going to spend $400 on a 3D printer, and I'm going to do it myself. Because his design has made its way to Thingiverse. And I love 3D printing now, so. Though I would like to get all the bugs out of it. And that's kind of what this assemblage is for. Yeah, I mean, I feel guilty. The guy has put a ton of work into doing this, but I don't suppose I feel any guiltier like when somebody here makes a pumpkin. Like, go for it, please. Show me the cool things you did. But his business is doing just fine. He got a set of his hands on Adam Savage's Tested show, and he got a set of them in a Lady Gaga video, so he'll be fine if I don't buy a pair from him. My pumpkins haven't made it to Adam Savage or Lady Gaga, so I don't feel guilty. Right. Now, the school provides cheap windows as far as that goes, Choo-Choo. And these days, everybody in education is very, very insurance paranoid. There we go. That's what we're after. Okay. So, what do I need now? 72-inch. What is that? That fits just fine. Let's make sure I have it the right way around. I don't know if it's going to matter. Oh, no, it's really not going to matter. I think this is the better way. Okay, so. No, this is the right way around. I don't think there is a right way around. I'm trying to take my cue from how this is set, but yeah, I'm certainly not mass producing anything. Gary's got a massive printer complex. He's churning out orders like mad, so hey, more power to him. He has designed every bit of his stuff. He's done very well with it. And I hope he kicks a ton of ass on the global marketing. We're doing it this way. All right. Okay. There we go. And I concur, it's always best when you can make something yourself. Just trying to do all the stuff and experiments to get this running has given me a gratuitously better knowledge of 3D printing, how it works, and everything behind it. So it's been pretty snazzy. I'll take it. Come on, get your ass in there. Here we go. Okay, let's check the motion. Motion's good. Let's glue it. Yeah, pretty much. Yep. And once I get the design like I have, then obviously I can modify it to be whatever I want. And that's another thing I really love. I can do what I want to do. Okay, with that forward, this should some of the stabilizing material on here is considerably larger than I thought it was going to be. Now, fortunately, the reverse engineering on this was done by a German gentleman who then posted the plan onto Thingiverse. And with that plan, I have the means to do what I want to do. Gives me complete customizability. And I doubt I will be, trying to take over Gary's market with my vastly inferior screw-ups afterwards. I'm not going to impinge on his profit margin at all. Oh, for real? Come on. Oh, several things here. Absolutely. This is going to be part of my new Horned King costume. I shouldn't say new, my adapted. I have already 3D printed the crown of the Horned King, and it just needs more urethane, and then we're going to paint it up. And then I will have giant clawy claws. It's going to be amazing. Yeah. All for the greater good of Halloween. Oh. I cannot state just how lovely it is to have sanding sponges again. Oh god, on Halloween night, I will not be able to use them. I will hand them to my buddy Don and let him chase after trick-or-treaters with mad abandon with them. Or like as not, I'm probably going to have to print him a set of his own because my hands are a little bit bigger than his. Kinda wonder if my Dremel's got a handy sanding wheel. Hey Chris, how's it going? thinking Plague Doctor 2, but didn't really go with it. Mostly because I watched The Black Cauldron again, and I just got absolutely of the idea of doing the Horn King. One of my all-time terror characters from the age of my childhood. Part of the movie that damn near killed the Disney studio, too. That's right, get free. Oh, it's probably too hot. It's starting to melt a little bit. Let's get a few drops of oil on here. Nice. Oh, come on! You know, and I appended these parts to fit a little better because my first set was rocking around a bit. Ugh. I'm a bloody Egypt. Last time I saw a good Plague Doc, I was there's one in York in one of the reenactments of one of the medieval halls. It's a really good Plague Doc display. Well, it's not so much a worry about the slop. That's just me pushing it through. No issue. My problem is that I widened this particular latching pin because I increased the scale of this part, and I thought that I would need a wider segment, but turns out I didn't. I should have just left the part alone, and now I have to fix it for future prints again. But we're almost back to sanity here. Hey, Carmen. This is extra work generated from me being too clever. Ah. Oh, God, it's almost there. Let's hope my other adjustments didn't farkle this too badly. Alright, seems to be interlocking alright. Yeah, I can say it's really close. Just needs a little bit more sanding. It's still too tight. Biggest problem is me trying not to sand off my own thumb. How's things, Carmen? Yes. There goes the part. Now, I have to remember. Yes, goes on the bottom. Wow, it's going to be a hell of a witch orb. It's going to be a monster of a witch orb. All right. After 8 minutes of screwing around, it is now a good part. Let's get it pinned. I love my sanding sponges. They are my all-time favorite things to muck with when I have to sand. All right, set. Next piece should definitely be small enough because I reduced its size to make it go through here. And it does. Excellent. All right. Now let's just take off that bit of waffle right there. Nice. Oh, this is going to make finishing all these 3D parts so much easier. There is an image file that goes with the file from Thingiverse that gives you the plans. The only potential conundrum is it's in German, but it's really easy to understand. So I may not know German, but I'm pretty good with pictures. Yep. There we go. Let's just do it back a little bit. Some rough. And again with some smooth. Yep, pretty much. Pretty much precisely. Okay, so this one should go. Checking the widths. Thick end here, which fits very well, go figure. Yep, missed it. Alright, this is one where it's actually on an angle, so it would be better to not have the nail head. And I kind of want to experiment with this because I want to not use the nail heads when I make my final set. Okay. Break on through to the other side. Hey, Glass. How's it going? Sure, it's not that place. Let's do one side, give it a minute or two. Oh, never mind. It's turning just fine. Yeah. A few minutes to cure. Come on to this one. Let's go grab some drill bits. Because occasionally you come across one of the holes on this that doesn't want to be cooperative. Ah. There we go. Me twisted? Because I sure do. Should be a link to the site down in the description there. Ooh, skull chime. That sounds like fun. Let's get a little bigger. There we go. Break on through to the other side. Come on. I will get the drill. I don't have to be nice about this project. I don't have to be nice about this at all. Do this the easy way or the really easy way. That's how you wanted it. It's still moving a bit. So that means that this part here is way too wide. Nice. I do love mixing my stuff in a 5-gallon bucket. Nothing quite compares. Man, I wish I had some zip kicker for my modeling days. I'm done. For super glue, it's taken a while. How's this guy doing? Looks better. Fangs are good. I really think these things don't dry worth a flip, though. And that's another question I've got. It will, but it's a layer of hardened baking soda. That's pretty nice. Not something I want to do lots of, though, but that feels nice. True. And it's just about cured. Suppose I can start the next phase without a huge amount of worry. Well, we're going through to the other side. Yeah, the gels take significantly longer. I will not dispute that at all. But, oh well. Just kind of looking forward to having 2 of these fully functional rather than just the one. Oh, look, Brittany. I am assembling another one of these for the Halloween so I can have giant monster claw grippy hands to terrorize the trick-or-treaters with. I am hammering out all the tedious details of the printing of them. And sadly, these have been a bit tedious. As far as projects go. takes like 10 hours to print a finger set, and then I've had a whole ton of screw-ups that I've had to account for. It's really been a bit of a mad ride. A mad ride that needn't have been so mad. But we're almost there. Alright, thick one on top. Let's see how bad I screwed this one up, because I made this one thicker too. Alright, good. This one I made righteously thicker. Well, what we're going to do is we're going to get a whole bunch of fingers sized for the start. And then I'm going to make modifications to the design so that they look more kind of like wood and, you know, other spooky stuff. And then I'm going to print 10 fingers and get the other glove aspects for it. The build plate, bed adhesion has been the problem. And the big issue for that has been several of the parts just have with their supports very, very, very insufficient supports for the overall part, which has been highly vertical. Like this central piece right here, if you print it lying down, you get a great print, but it has to be hollow in the core, and otherwise it fills the core with support material, and there's just no way to get it out. I made that mistake early on. So, yeah. We're learning, constantly learning. Whoop, don't fall. Don't go on the ground. Yeah. So, yep, learn that lesson. Fortunately, this one I did well. My modification to that part is going to make for a better fit. He said stupidly as he tried to jam it in there, and then it didn't work. Because the inside collapses heavily. I've been working on the sandpaper all the live long day. I'm gonna get my Dremel soon, make this BS go away. There's a sanding wheel on the Dremel. If this continues to piss me off. I don't have any more rhymes for the other parts. Suffice to say, by the time I get this thing assembled and done, I'm going to be looking at that pumpkin going, thank God, it's time to pumpkin. Because on my other one, yeah, just, what the hell? On my other one, this part was too loose. And now, the opposite. It's very aggravating. I know. Having access to all this 3D printing stuff that most people can't handle. I shouldn't say can't handle, but can't easily afford. It's a curse, really. It's tough, man. It's tough. I want it too tight. I want the part to break. This should be something. Seriously, faster sanding. Even though it is melting the PLA. How about now? Huh? You like that? You like that? Yeah, you fit now, don't you? Bitch. I like the control it gives me. Kind of like I want to make that, or I want to make something that's in my imagination. Done. And while it certainly can be done with mache, it's nice to know that you have behind you a completely, or at least very, very heavily, let's make sure the other side fits too, weather resistant, nay, weather impregnable feature. Good, looks fine. Because with mache, I am always in fear of rain and wind. I suppose I could use either one. Use this one. Cleaner. Gotcha. I think it's a tribute to how simple the technology, or I should say how far the technology has come, that somebody like me can get a hold of one and within the span of like 2 weeks be cranking out whatever in complete confidence. I find that to be very, very impressive. Cool. Yeah, grab whatever you need. I got the Sidewinder, Artillery Sidewinder X1 because I needed the large printing bed. Hey, Crafting for Introverts. Today, at the moment, we are assembling the next of the fingertip extensions. Because I've got one kind of ironing out the print / construction of the next. And then we're going to go on to work on the big pumpkin, the pumpkin sentinel, and anything else I can think of. Oh, God, I love sanding sponges. So much. Love them so much. Yeah, I've seen the Creality Max. In fact, when I was looking at the possibility of getting a second printer, I considered that one, but the price point is rather high. I think that one's 500. 500, 500, 500. That is some big printing. In fact, let's not beat about the bush. That's some huge printing. That's some, oh my friggin' god, size printing. It's OMFG, Oh My Family Goat size printing. Hmm. Oh, come on. Ah, don't stick to me. Oh, oh, damn it. You little bunswhacker. And I'm going to get super glue all over my hands. So be it, Jedi. She'll apply it to the outside. Ah. Yeah, I know how that goes. Let's see here. Safe when you open. Take everybody's temperature as soon as they walk in. Anybody with a fever must leave immediately. Um, Obviously, lots of hand sanitizer type equipment around. You might consider do a mandatory wear masks. What else? Wouldn't go too much further than that, honestly. Everybody wear a mask and have a whole bunch of hand sanitizer stations around if you can get a hold of hand sanitizer at all. Almost set here. Yeah. Um, just be prepared to be doing a lot of store cleaning. Obviously. I want to be like, close an hour early so you have time to clean up adequately at the end of the day. Finally, 2 fingers. Use this nail head for one. Just take off the point. Could possibly do that. I don't know if that's something I'd try to mandate. I mean, but in a draft, obviously, you're passing cards around between players, so. trying to think of anything else. If anybody walks in who hasn't showered in a week and a half, you can send them right out. Use any excuse you like for that one. Go back to the medieval miasma theory. Ah, bad air, you must leave. Oh, I'm being terrible. Anything else, though? I don't honestly think there's too much more. You know, gloves, masks, hand washing. Have you gotten any notice from the governor to the dates that businesses will be able to? Yeah, I figured because I haven't heard anything on the news about New York State kind of reopening. Okay. Gonna have to refresh my memory. I have no idea what phase two means. How many phases are there? I mean, I know Plan 9 from outer space, but that's about it. I assume that's the governor's plan phases for reopening things. Okay. Let's make sure we get that. Hopefully lined up. Okay. Well, that would mean what? Another month, conceivably. Possibly around June 6th, 7th. All right. Yeah. Hey, the sooner you're open, the sooner I'll be there with gloves and games, or I should say, mask and games. Okay, that's good. Trying to find these curves to be a little bit. What's this? That's better. Yeah, can't really do much more than the basics, other than fill the entire store with an alcohol mist. Might be some repercussions to that. That seems problematic. sure it'll iron out though. Let's have a look. Possibly. I don't know how much efficacy you'd get out of it, but you know, it's another idea. Okay. We're going to connect these sections. And yes, we're going to pin that. And we are all set and doodly done. Yeah, pretty much. Lots of stuff now is all CYA. Yeah. In terms of running a business, though, nothing wrong with a good amount of CYA. Nothing wrong with that at all. This one's a little loose. No. I'll pull it out. Little bastard. Alright, get in there and hold steady for a minute. Good. Alright, don't need drill bit. That will be locked in a matter of minutes. Then we can start pumpkineering. Most of the bottom is done. We got to do the back of the main head. I gotta think about a stem. And I've got to get 2 sections of Dacron for the ties. My regular tiny scissors fell down. Good. Almost ready. Dacron! What? Two. Pardon me. I just want that last joint to cure a little bit more. And then we are good. I can unplug the drill. Set it back. Get the sauce mixed up. Clay we gotta use up. Anything else in here? No. Good. Fantastic. This is soaking. I forgot to wash this brush out. Thank God it's paper mache. Let's grab. Too much stuff around here. That came out really nicely. I gotta see. Mineral spirits will do a little bit of post-process removal. Splatters on the skull. If we're lucky, they will not really matter, but really nice if they did. Let's see. It's kind of gross mineral spirits. I suppose it doesn't hugely matter. Yeah, it's pretty clear on top. Nope, don't spill all over the everywhere. Not moving as well as I'd hoped it would. Doing it, but I really don't want to be sitting here for days scrubbing away at this. Alright, let's go with plan B. Plan B was sitting right over here earlier. Why has plan B moved? Why does plan B always move? Plan B. Where did it go? Oh, come on. No, I didn't put you back. You're here. You're right over here. Alright, maybe I put you back. Or just under some other crap. Hi, Madge. Come on, plan B. Nope. Nope. No. Bert defer. Don't throw it in some random ass drawer either. Alright, seriously, Bert defer. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, should be right here. Is it? Oh, it's going to be hiding under something. Ah. Nope. Nope. No, I can't do that because the whole skull will look way too brown. It'll look like I have some really fine sanding tools here. Apparently had some really fine sanding tools here. Till they blew away on the flipping wind. I was using them a day ago. Not here. I mean, losing stuff is all par for the course here, but not stuff that should be in one of three places. Never go full Houdini. Well, son of a snitch. They were right here. I was using them with these tools. Garbage. I need to know if this will work. It really should. It should work very well, but I need the tools. You're freaking kidding me. Hi, Madge. What are you doing, Big Cat? Madge, what did you do with Dad's sanding tools? I know it was you. I know it was you, kitten. Yes, I know it was you. Yes. You walked off with Dad's sanding tools. You evil, evil little cat. All right. Sandpaper stuff is up here. There. It's nowhere in easy eye access. It's not near any of the other sandpaper. How aggravating. And I just had them. I really want to take care of this now. Oh well. They will appear somewhere later on. Well, the desk may very well evade them. As we all know, exactly what will happen is later on, I'm not looking for them at all, and I have found some other option that takes twice as long and requires twice as much work and complete it, then they shall arise. That is the way these things are done. Tie a little background. That, or I'm so steeped in another project that I don't care about it anymore. Then they shall appear. This is the way of things. This is the This is the curse of the crafter. The true crafter. I'm not talking about one of those folks whose craft room is all perfectly organized and They got all their stuff on shelves and it's alphabetically positioned, you know, those crafters. The heretics of the White Tower. Okay. Not bad. Check a combo. This one is not. Always something. Maybe it's the gear. This one's not anywhere near as responsive. This one angles. Oh, the road to this project is going to be long. Okay, so problem one is the way I set the secondary gear. This one has it set slightly down, and the other one has it set more straight back. That's not a hard fix. Yeah, because if that was in place, this would be at about that position at the same time. Okay. Let's attempt to screw with this briefly. So we can screw this briefly now. I won't have to screw with it intently later. Really glad I left that thing on. Okay. So that all the way up should be there. Oh, hell yeah! I'm in. I'm super in. Alright, that's better. Okay, this is sticking where? There. Sticking there. Alright, things are being learned. First thing is go back to all default parts. Do not try any wonderful modifications. Which, in a way, is easier. Good. All right, give that just a second. Yeah. That's stabbing me in the wrist like it should. Yes. Yes. Okay. Make those parts in line. Remove my modifications. And we should have us some seriously creepy claws. That's why that's sticking. Okay. And that just means it's yep, it's just a stick. Cool. Okay. Excellent. I know the reasons for the issues, and they're not bad. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Then we'll print a couple more. We will attempt to make one perfect set of hands that work the right time, the right way, all the time, every time. That gear has to be smaller, and those need to be that. I'm kind of thinking Friday would be best. Time, I really don't care. Time is meaningless. It's quarantine. There is no time. All right, feeling better about these things. That can come down about a millimeter on either side. Oop. Back on the timer. Okay. Good. Retie the background. Fix the parts in the mesh file. Most of them are going back to your unmodified form. And everything will be splendiferous. Alright, let's get out of this 3D printing hell. Back to some good old-fashioned paper mache. Much was learned. I think my main fear about these is that as they move, there's going to be a plasticky rattling sound, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. It's just going to be what happens. Oh, that's popping loose. Okay. Blast, blast. Stay on there. Stay on there, and let's put all this away. Good. So over there for now. Lovely sanding sponges. Fine sanding sponges. Coarse sanding sponges. Where should these go? They should have a lovely. Oh, this is a medium. And that's a course. Nice. That's also course. Course. Medium. It is all equally fine. Close enough. There. Excellent. Woo. Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. 6, 7, 8 should be more sponges. I need the rock. There. Yeah. Ah! I knew it. Lighter. Yep, that'll do it. Hi, cat. Wouldn't you know, sandpaper takes it right off. Don't have to worry about doing it all. Just the more egregious blobberts. That's right, you don't penetrate down there. Ah, ha, 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 ha. I can just rip off the top layer. Cool. Need to still damp it all now. Gotta pull off some of the shade paste. Shade paste, fortunately, will come right off with water every time. Hmm, that's true. Sanho is open? Oh, oh my god. Oh, the world is changing. Sanho is open, and China House can't be far behind. Oh, oh, blessed unhealthy Chinese food. Yes. The Sanho is one of our two, three Chinese restaurants in the small town of Norwich. There is China House, which is the staple of ordering out. There is the Norwich Buffet, which is a buffet and is carry out only. And there is Sanho, who do things slightly differently and are otherwise A-OK. I know what dinner tomorrow is going to be. I bet they are busy. Yes. Yes, Courtney, absolutely. Why are you not driving there now? What's wrong with you, woman? Okay. Stuff. Ah, I found my things. Ah, two sets of needle nose pliers, my chonkers. This nail goes back in the widget. It's a nail fragment. I think about the only reason that I occasionally have difficulty with Sanho is the fact that at my last house, they would not bring the food up the steps. They insisted that I come down and get it curbside. I found that to be a little WTF. Okay, let's get the sauce mixed up. Let's do it like for a sec. Cool. Yes. Come here, baby. Oof. Oh my God. Yeah. We may have to go to a 1-inch coupler for his stuff here. He is a heavy beast. Well, I'm willing to bet part of that is because not all this clay is dried all the way, but still, damn. He's got some mass. Some serious mass. Alright. So let's do this. Da-da-da. Do. Isn't it? It's more like art. Da-da-da-da. Do. Ah, back at it. I love 3D prints, but building that crap for ever and a half is a little bit. Yeah. It is just the day of the missing stuff. No, fellow. Oh, that's why it's missing. As we discovered last time, eliminating the edges early. That doesn't really want to stick, does it? Do you need some sauce? I think you need some sauce. You're pulling your shenanigans with me. I am the master of sauce. Wet brush, wet brush. Ew. Come on, get it out. Get it all out. Get it out of your system. Ugh. Yes. There is that. And I truly do love that factor about 3D printing. I think I first realized that heavily with the witch orbs. It's like make the file, print your first one, then I want another one. Print, done. Wait another 20 hours. Boom, there you go. There's another one. You want another one? Click, print. I can do this all day. Literally. Ooh. Oh, you darling, wonderful lady. Um. Oh, wow. I've forgotten what Chinese food is. Let's go for the classic. Some General So wings. Um. Whatever combination plate they have that usually comes with like rice and an egg roll. And that would be absolutely wunderbar. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you. Thank you so very much. Oh, on this day in the year of our Lord, May, God, it's either the 7th or the 8th or the 6th, May, whatever the hell it is, Chinese food was brought back to us. Um, Probably just the combination platter with some fried rice and an egg roll. Not looking to go too overboard. I mean, I could very easily be like, I'll take in everything, but you know, we're trying to be a better human being. You also see what I've got for cash. Why do I have a sock in my pocket? Oh, because it was downstairs. Um, be aware, Courtney. Okay, all right, fine, fine. I was gonna say, be aware. I only have like one giant bill right now. Yeah, no kidding. It's like the scenarios. A bunch of people have been starving forever. Nope, don't give them the food right away. They're not used to it. Can't just feed them. Their stomachs will go splody. All right, let's get the. You know, I probably even shouldn't worry about these internal blend lines, because they were there more for the if we didn't use this method. But since we are using this method, in the future, I'm just going to grab wormies and then level them out. You're the best, Courtney. Oh, Chinese food. Oh. Slight thickness discrepancy right there, too. Nip that in the bud. Oh. Definitely have to blend these edges down. Otherwise, they come out as voids after you sweep the sauce run through. I would love to preserve that edge, but screw it. As long as it's blended, it's fine. Well, paper mache first, then paper clay over a form. It's not a powerful web of complexity at all. Just a little bit. All right, sauce will handle blending on that. I really can't wait to do a straight up next pumpkin just using this method. Blend it, blend it, blend it. Could probably do this with a spoon. Okay. Next. Last there. Tiny wormy on the top. Stick in this. Come on. Get stuck in, lads. Let's go. Should not turn into a void. Yep, just one more. We can hit it with sauce. I'm honestly not even thinking about the stem right now because my other guy isn't going to have one. I tried throwing something on there, didn't like it at all. I'm probably going to do a wired stem for this guy though. So I think he should have a little bit more than the other one does. Now, the biggest thing for him is going to be support because of how disgustingly heavy he is. Good. The blending's going pretty well between the layers too. Make sure we don't get a void over here. A couple of air pockets that are opening, but nothing serious. All right, it's pretty tall. Oh, blend this better. Good. Good, 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 good. Next. Ugh, why did I put so many lines? I have a feeling I'm going to be skipping some of these and only mirroring what I've got below. Because right up here, there's just a ton of lines. It's ridiculous. Ooh. Unfortunately, I have not seen Full Metal Alchemist. Maybe one of these days I'll get around to it. These two need to blend. Okay. Yeah. My taste in anime is very particular. Yes, precisely. And again, it's I think it's still on Netflix right now, so if I get the gumption, I can go look it up. I think yeah, maybe we won't dodge that long. Let's see. Depends on how I feel when I get there. We shall do as the sauce commands. If it comes out well, so be it. If not, then it never was, and it never will be. This last bit of clay in here is really over moist. But that means it should stick very well. That one is clear. To this one. Gotta get the fan off it though. Yeah, this is already a stiff clay. Grab it from the bottom. Yeah, Netflix only goes so far. They have done a good job trying to stay pretty fresh with their offerings, though. So I appreciate what they've done on that front. Yeah, wrong one. I'm trying to remember the last thing. The last thing I really watched on there with any kind of I've never seen this before and have no idea where it's going, was Altered Carbon. That was pretty decent. And again, I'm watching Last Kingdom on there right now, but that's only because I've read the books. Careful. Hmm. Thought I heard a yelp. Give me a moment. I want to make sure. Oh, my friend is not here with Chinese, and I'm unaware of it. Oof. Echo, turn on bedroom. Oh, must be sure of people being loud outside. Oh, nope, I was just mistaken. Somebody's being loud outside. Yeah, I didn't watch the anime of it. Oh, I think yeah, a lot of my issues with anime have come from their strange portrayals of main characters in the ones that I have watched. Sometimes it's fine. I think I don't know. I come to think of it as like the curse of Neon Genesis Evangelion, where your main character is an absolute weenus. You're the chosen one. You're gonna save the world. Oh, but high school. Oh, but pointless drama. Oh, stupid crap like that. I know all anime doesn't have that, but I've been burned a few times. It hurts. It hurts as us. And being that I work in high school, the last thing I want is stupid kid drama. I think this is, well, maybe no. Let's see how much really needs hyper doing so we don't generate voids. All I have to do is curve the edge down, and then the sauce will take care of the rest. Then I'm good. But if it takes more than that, we really got to look at our smoothing procedures. This is not. That's got to get blended. That's got to get blended. Let's see if just curving it down will take care of the problem with voids. Let's take the rest of that up. And if I hear a ding dong at the door at some point, I will probably end the stream for a little while, because as much fun as it will be to watch me munch on Chinese food, we're all here for crafting, even me. I don't want to put anybody through that tedium, so I will stop the stream for a little bit, munch some chow, and then most likely come back, because I would like to get this thing done tonight, and I want to work on the Sentinel some more as well. All right, let's see what the sauce does. How bad do we have to be bent down to avoid the voids? I still got a bucket full of clay here. It's definitely enough. We're good. We got the clay in hand. I also want to think about how I want to do the next Sentinel. Well, the next Sentinel is going to be a tutorial shoot, so I've got to check out how well this camera records. And we'll do like we did with the witch orbs and the bottles. We'll have a kind of a simulcast live stream and recording session where we do the tutorial as we craft with everybody, and we'll take breaks in between, because there'll be those sections where I'm just working on whatever, the time when the tutorial gets fast forwarded. At that point I can yak with everybody without a problem. I'm a little worried that this area where the top and bottom come together will be a little bit too noticeable. I suppose I shouldn't worry. Nobody's going to notice it but me. We'll make clay then. The never-ending task. Make the clay. Got about another quarter pumpkin to deal. We got to leave an opening. All right. I'm gonna have to use 1-inch PVC, unfortunately, for his. Well, what I'll do is I'll get a. I got to use it for his neck. But what we'll do is we'll get a 3/4 to 1-inch coupler, because his neck is going to be way too load demanding for 3/4 inch PVC. Okay. I think so long as I smack the edges down at an angle, I won't get any voids. Worked out pretty well on the last one. Mm. Okay. Oh. Break those edges down. tiny bit more. Yeah, I really think I will. I want to get this much further along, and I also want to work on the Sentinel, because closer he gets to being done, happier I'll be. We'll do some chow, and then I'll pop on back. Ooh. Also, let me check on how the next print is coming along, and I'll modulate my my template to put unmodified parts back in from the original. So we'll do some work, and then we'll get our butts back up here to do more work. Come on, don't become an air pocket. It's wobbling too much, too. Blending really well. A few air pockets in here. Not seem that bad. Won't worry about the blends. We're almost all the way back around. Ugh. I have to leave that section open. Let's do one more good line, and then let me do a preemptive pause here. So get this next section sticky. That'll be a good spot for a pause break. As the miracle of Chinese food occurs. I'm actually very surprised that they're open. Also wondering if this method of flattening is better. Certainly was faster. This side I can do by hand. Quesadillas sound good. I haven't had Chinese food since the shutdown happened. So this will be something of a palate treat. been a while. 2 months without Chinese food. Good God. How did the civilized world cope with it? Some areas just do not want to blend. We'll also let this really large section firm up. I'm getting a little alarmed at the amount of wobble on this sucker. Not that I think it will, but I don't want it to go flying head over ribs. All right, that's good. We will pause it right here. Oh, I really want to do this last section. So we'll pause it here for now. I'm going to cover my supplies. Head down. Chat with Courtney and coordinate. And then zip back up here. After it's there she is. All right. Thank you all. Back after a while.